Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
Good morning. That is one sharp-looking shirt, my friend.
Oh?
Yeah, I like it.
Okay.
It's kind of silky looking.
Yeah, it's my, it's a Husker shirt.
It's kind of shine. It got a little shine to it.
I like it because it's got the script Huskers
Yeah,
on it.
I like that too.
I just like that. So thank you.
Sure, my pleasure. Today's show is going to be a little different. We have lots and lots of things going on. Lots of what we call Breakfast Show live reads. We have lots of guests coming in. We'll be going to Varney Health Mart. And we also want to talk a little bit about the election. And so we're going to skip school lunch menus today.
All right.
Talk a little bit about the election. Before we go too far, though, if you're having a birthday today, happy birthday to you. I think CBS is a little busy covering politics. They didn't send out any birthdays today.
That's understandable. I do think we have one birthday, though, right?
Yes, very important one.
Okay, you know them.
I do. Go ahead and announce it.
Oh, well, I hope I get the name right. Thea?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Thea Thomas?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Number 2 today?
She is 2 years old today, and she is, everybody's just nuts about her.
Good.
Including Joan and I, and all the grandparents and family. And she had a health scare here 6 months ago or so, and is back nearly 100%, and so it's a reason to celebrate. So happy birthday.
Yeah. I meant to mention this yesterday, and it just kind of passed me by. For those of you who don't know, Ken Pitkin. Do you know Ken?
Yeah, Cuddly Ken. Yeah.
Yes. Ken from Callaway. A real neat honor, I think, for Ken this past week during the NSAA State Volleyball Championships. Ken was awarded with the 2022 NSAA Outstanding Service Award recipient in the sport of volleyball. Very well-deserved award. So if you haven't heard that yet, just wanted to announce that. I know many know Ken, and great guy, and he has given a lot to the sport of volleyball in the state of Nebraska. So thank you, Ken, for that, and congratulations on your award.
Yeah, Ken's a great guy. Recently retired a couple of years ago from his hardware store, and it continues to thrive there in Callaway. Young man took it over. But I think Ken is actually busier now than when he ran the store. I think he thought he was going to slow down a little bit, but he's so community-minded. He's real working on housing and all sorts of things, and volleyball and the school. He's always, willing to help there. Him and his beautiful wife were handing out candy during COVID for the parade that they had, the drive-through. And I mean, he's just an active guy, and he's so cuddly.
Yes. So if you see Ken today, tell him congratulations and give him a hug.
Yeah, give him a hug.
Yeah.
He'll thank us for that.
Oh, I'm sure he will, yeah.
But yeah, that's quite an honor, and congratulations. So the election took place. Unless you were living in Siberia, you would know that. And Grant has results on Sandhills Express, and he also has links there where you can go look at the actual results, and very in-depth there. And also a link to the Secretary of State if you want to look at some of the state offices. I did note that Ms. Wilmot defeated Matt Williams for Board of Regents. We carried him here in Custer County, but he did not get the overall vote. And we've always enjoyed working with Matt, and we wish him the very best. On that level, of course, we had a Nebraska news story. Jim Pillen was not really surprising, but he is going to be our governor. Now, it will be interesting to see in the story. It also talked about Jim Sass retired to take that big job down in Florida, $1 million job.
Oh, Ben Sass.
Ben Sass.
Yes.
Did I say Jim?
You did, yeah. But that's
Ben
fine.
Sass, yeah. And so that will be, somebody will have to be appointed to the Senate, and there's quite a bit of speculation that Pete Ricketts would be willing to do that. And so it'll be interesting to see whether Jim Pillen will appoint Pete or somebody else. So that's the story there. And of course, Jim Pillen was big on his campaign about reforming the way we tax for school revenue and so forth. So we'll see how that all works out.
Yeah.
What they want to do and what they can do is always a challenge.
Yeah, sometimes it's a tug of war with those two things, isn't it?
Yeah, it sure is. So locally posted, Custer County Supervisors District 7, Sarah Parliament had 406 votes, and Donna Hoblin Bittner had 246. So Sarah will serve. And then Anselmo Myrna School Board, you were to choose 3. Rodney Lamb had 288, Jacob Parsons 263, and Craig Safranik 241. And Tom Griffith and Mindy Duree and Christy Bartok all had very close votes. It was very, very even, but Lamb, Parsons, and Safranik will serve on the Anselmo Myrna School Board. So that is something that you'll probably want to congratulate these people, all of them, for serving, wanting to serve you if they weren't serving already. And then the Broken Bow School Board, you were to choose 3, and Tom Osmond had 1,302 votes. Pam Holcomb had 1,137 votes. Tim Chancellor, 1,137. And Amy Tharp had 758. So thanks to those candidates, Osmond, Holcomb, and Chancellor will serve on the school board. Let's go move down here a little bit. I'm running a laptop without a mouse, so bear with me
You're
here.
doing a good job.
Sergeant Mayor Melanie Myers had 109 votes, and Mike Coleshill had 93, a very close race there, but Melanie will serve as the Sergeant Mayor. In the Sergeant Councilman positions, you were to choose 2. Mickey Snyder had 169. Ricky Hightower had 148. So those 2 will serve. Greg Brass also run there for that office. Thank you very much. Ansley Village Board was to choose 2. Kathy Jo Mills had 111. Christopher Hogg had 108. And Andy Gibbons also was in the hunt there. And so thank you, Andy, for running. And Kathy and Christopher will move forward and serve on the Ansley School Board. The Comstock Village Board to choose 2. Matthew Dockhorn and Kim Post were the top vote getters there, and Corey Husky was 3rd, so Dockhorn and Post will serve. The Callaway Pool Bond. This was something that they've been working on for quite a while, and Callaway will move forward with their pool bond for 153 against 106. Callaway Economic Development Plan, 182, 73 against. And the Callaway Sales Tax, 171 for and 87 against. So Callaway moved forward on all 3 of those. Some of the others that would come to the top of mind here, there was a lot of many uncontested races. Custer County Sheriff, Clerk, Treasurer, all of those were uncontested in the courthouse. So that was other than the supervisor situation that we talked about. But one of the things that took place yesterday was write-in votes for the West Ward of City Council. And I think there was 160 write-ins total, according to the report here. But they do not have it broke down as to who the write-ins are and who was the top write-in vote getter. And I think that will probably have to wait until Grant can go back up and they get the official count on that, because I think with write-ins there are certain rules on how they're done and whether they're counted or not, and so I don't think they released anything on that. But there was a total of 160 votes that were written in, candidates written in for the West Ward of City Council, but we don't have any details on that. And again, there's other races that we won't talk about here, a few others in the county, some school boards and so forth. And again, just go to Sand Hills Express. There's a story on the front, and there's a couple of links there as well, because Grant has everything kind of posted for the contested races that he was aware of, but there's links that take you right into the actual release that the clerk made, and you can look all the way through those and catch all of those. And then, as I mentioned, he also has a link for the Secretary of State for Nebraska, and you can look at boards of regents, power boards, and all sorts of other details that you might be interested in, boards on mid-plains and things like colleges and so forth. So that's kind of a quick overview that we have here this morning. And,
Good.
Yeah. And what was about 57%? Let me look here.
That was my question, was if anything had been posted in regards to voter turnout.
Yeah, Grant said there were a total of 4,470 ballots were cast, 3,954 on Election Day, 516 early voting ballots, and the Custer County Clerk's Office reported that the unofficial voter turnout was 57.45%. So a little more than half the population of Custer County voted yesterday, one way or another.
Good.
So, all right. Want to play the game?
We can, yeah. A new batch of questions for you, and these are centered around National Novel Writing Month.
Oh, man.
That's what November is.
Okay.
So here's some questions about some of the greatest American novels. What John Steinbeck novel won both the National Book Award and the Pulitzer Prize for fiction in 1939? What John Steinbeck novel won both the National Book Award and the Pulitzer Prize for fiction in 1939? Your choices are The Great Gatsby, American Pastoral, As I Lay Dying, or The Grapes of Wrath. If you know, call us at 872-2801.
And it is Big Pig Day, so a Runza prize for you. Phone is ringing. We'll pick it up while you listen to this.
Marcus is giving a holiday gift to himself?
Yeah, I was a really good boy this year.
Oh, good for you.
I got $50 of Runza gift cards to give to my friends and got a $10 gift card for myself.
Well, sometimes it's better to give and receive.
Right? I made a list, checked it twice.
And the list said Marcus?
List said Marcus.
'Tis the season. Buy $50 of Runza gift cards and get a $10 gift card free. Because Runza makes it all better.
Remember, today is Pigs in a Blanket Day.
We have Peg on the line. Good morning, Peg.
Well, good morning, gentlemen. You too, Brett.
Oh, thanks, Peg. Good morning to you.
I don't know how that sounds. It sounds like you're a gentleman, too, and you are.
Oh, well, thank you.
And a scholar.
Oh,
Oh, a scholar. Wow. I don't think
I
I've...
said a gentleman and a scholar.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow.
That was the Grapes of Wrath.
It was, yes, it was The Grapes of Wrath. Well
Yes,
done,
I've read
Peg.
that book, and
Yeah.
he had others out, too. I can't quite remember. It was like for during the Depression.
Yeah.
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 You know, they traveled to California, you know, because to find work. And there was an old saying, they said, "Hey, Arky, where's Okie?" Well, he's down in California picking up oranges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was quite a book, you know, but it was most of it true. Those poor people.
Yeah.
Feel sorry for them. Well, what else is new, boys?
Well, not too much.
We're just.
Well, geez, Louise, what do we got to talk about? Nothing, because you got other things to do. Let me turn this down. You know what? I am so messed up with my sleeping.
Did the time change bother you, Peg?
Well, did the night before I had nightmares, and I was up about 4 times,
Oh,
but
my.
last night it was better.
Better? Good. Well,
You
I'm glad
just
to hear that.
forget that time change. I go by my programs on TV.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, Jeopardy and
Yeah.
all that.
Yeah.
And if I go into bed, it's more comfortable in there to watch TV. It's just, and it's dark at 5:30.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
I like a dark room.
Yeah, well, good.
You really stumble around. No. Okay, thank you so much. I want a
You-
Runza or
Yeah, a pig in a blanket that they serve at Runza on Wednesday.
oh, okay, that's
Yeah.
lovely.
So
Thank you, boys.
You
I
bet.
mean, men.
Thank you, Peg.
Thank you,
Well,
Peg.
you're boys to me.
Thank you, neighbor.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Have a
Bye.
good day. Bye.
Okay.
Oh, Peg. That's awesome. All right, there you go. There's your winner for
All right.
today.
Okay. We'll be right back. We got some messages we want to play for you. Stay tuned.
A lot of people like hunting here in central Nebraska. We do too at Bo Bootery. Hunting for savings, that is. This week, Bear Paw boots are 20% off for women and kids. Then on Saturday, for one day only, Bear Paws are 25% off. No matter the style or color you're looking for, they're on sale. Brown, gray, black, warm, stylish. Come hunt for savings this week at Bo Bootery and save on Bear Paw boots. We're excited to see you on the east side of the square in Broken Bow.
Recover your health. If you are suffering from an illness, surgery, or injury, Team Physical Therapy can get you back on your feet again with today's most advanced physical therapy treatments. 872-5111. Our highly trained physical therapists evaluate and treat a wide range of physical conditions. Team Physical Therapy is committed to a timely and effective recovery for each of our patients. Call Team Physical Therapy 872-5111 or check us out on the web at myteampt.com.
The Broken Bow Library is excited to share that they were selected to participate in a special digital literacy workshop opportunity. These in-person or virtual workshops will build critical skills in community members to narrow the digital divide. Register to learn Internet Basics on November 14th, Cybersecurity on the 16th, Email Basics on the 28th, or Computer Basics on the 30th. Call the library to reserve your spot. There are only 4 spots per class. Learn more at brokenbowlibrary.net.
Turkey Time is back again for 2022. But don't call now. This isn't your cue. Keep listening, though, and you'll have a chance to play for a frozen turkey. Our DJ will ask you how many shots it will take to bag your bird. If the random shot generator matches what you picked, you'll hear, "Oh, you got me!" Which means you can come see us to get your certificate. Keep listening right here to play Turkey Time, Central Nebraska's radio hunting contest.
Wake up to the best.
I never miss a morning.
You're listening to The Breakfast Show.
7:48, almost 7:49. Mr. Mike Evans is here from Evans Feed. Right on time. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good. It's kind of misty out there.
It is.
Is it getting soupier out there?
Actually, getting a little bit of moisture out of this deal, so that's kind of nice.
Can't believe that.
I know. It's a rare deal.
We'll add to our whopping 1,300s. Hopefully we'll get a little. It sounds like we could actually get a little frozen moisture here in the next couple days.
Yep.
So, and temperatures, by the way, down in the single digits at night.
Got to take care of those cows and calves out there in the fields and pastures and cornfields and all over the place. It's going to get chilly, so make sure their energy and protein is there for them. So
got the levels they need, and we probably come off grass a little sooner than we would have liked in some cases for the cattlemen out there. So I imagine there's some things they need to supplement with.
Yeah, it's a good time to put some Vitalix tubs out there along with the corn stalks and the dry grass, and they really work good in those situations. So they don't need to lick that much of it, just enough to kind of stimulate a little appetite and break their foodstuffs down a little bit better and get a little protein, a little energy, and then go back out and eat some more.
Yeah, there you go. Almost wish they had lick tubs for people.
Yeah, it'd be handy.
Convenient way to eat.
It is. Just
you just have one there beside your couch when you're watching the football game, Brent, and you just reach over and get a bite.
You want to make sure you had your own tub.
I was just going to say, I'm thinking of getting together for Husker parties.
Yeah, it's kind of like
I don't know if we'd all want to, share the same lick tub or not.
I'd say probably not. It'd be like your toothbrush.
Yeah,
you need to keep that baby for yourself.
Oh my!
I guess maybe that's not a great idea, unless you just have a little lick tub.
Yeah,
with your name on it.
Yeah,
your own personal lick tub.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll talk to Shada about that and see if we can get something lined up.
Yeah, would you?
Yeah.
See if my licks could fix something up.
Custom.
Us humans.
A custom human lick.
Be careful. He might walk in with one for us.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to give a quick congratulations to Ken Pitkin, too. I heard you guys said that. He's very deserving. He's a great community
Yeah.
leader over there at Callaway, and we all consider him good friends over here in Broken Bow too. And he does a great job for the whole area.
He really does.
In a lot of things.
Yep.
Yeah. He's very, very active and very cuddly as well.
He's very cuddly.
Yeah.
I
Just
haven't
a
tried
cuddly
that one
guy.
yet.
You should cuddle him sometime.
Just cuddle
Give
him
him a
little?
hug.
Give him a good hug.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
He loves it.
I'll see how that goes next time at the meeting.
Yeah. Economic development.
Economic
meeting.
development, yeah.
Just go over there and give him a hug right during the meeting.
You never know.
Wow.
We'll see what happens.
I'll get my camera out. We'll get a picture.
Yeah, so I wanted to mention that. And then also the Friday night is the fire relief auction up at Thedford. That's a huge deal. I think there's a lot of great products put on there by donated by a lot of people.
Yeah.
And if you can't make the auction, they're taking cash donations that are tax deductible and go through the Custer County Foundation.
I think they're having a live auction with that.
Absolutely, you bet. There's an auction actually going on right now on Facebook. And I can't say as I'm the greatest at that, but there's a lot of people that know how to do it.
Yeah.
And they're bidding on all the products right now, so it's great.
Yeah, I hope it really turns out. Grant went up, I think Sunday, and they had a gathering in Thedford, just people getting together and kind of regrouping after all of that and having dinner together. So that's what it's all about. And you know those people as well as anybody. You do business with them. They're gonna persevere here.
Oh yeah, a lot of good people up there, and a lot of good cattle producers, and they'll hang around.
Oh yeah, yeah. Get the grass going again. Hopefully, the grass that burnt will get some rain, and it should come back pretty good.
You bet.
Things will all be a bit better, and yeah, they're just that kind of people. They got the grit.
Yep, there you go. And Friday also, Dell. I heard Dell talking on the radio this morning on the news, but Veterans Day, so we got to take a little time and remember what all they've done for us, and go down and support the soup supper. And that's I think they said it's their biggest fundraiser of the year. I believe I heard them say that, but so it's pretty important for them to have a nice turnout on Friday.
Yeah, and they usually have, gosh, I don't know, 300-400 people through there for it. So they are experts at it. They've been doing it a long time.
You bet.
And there's other soup suppers and veterans ceremonies Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in different communities around the area.
Yeah.
So
very well deserved.
Yeah, definitely.
So, other than that, we got a lot of range cubes going on for the cattle out there, and we bag our own distiller's pellets right here at Broken Bow, and we actually now we have bulk cubes available. I think we talked about that last time, but we put in a Welker bin, so you can pull over to Evans Feed right here in Broken Bow, pull up there with your pickup, get your tare weight, go over, and just right next to you have a bin full of cubes, fill them up, and pull back over on the scale, and bang, you can go feed your cattle. And we also tote our own cube bags now out of that bin, which saves everybody a lot of money. So it'll save them about, they're charging us about $80 a ton to tote cubes, and now we do it on our own for $25.
Oh,
so
wow.
It saves a lot of people a lot of money.
Yeah.
And so that's going over good.
I bet it is. Yeah. And of course, mixing other feeds and so forth at the mill as well.
Yeah, we make our own sweet feeds, our own calf starters. We bag our own cracked corn, raised locally. We bag oats, alfalfa pellets, Milo, horse feed. We bag. It's quite the process, but we do a lot of bagging down there. I'd say it's a tad antiquated.
Well, it works.
To say it nicely, but it's worked for a long time.
Yeah, a long time. Yeah, and when they were doing it in years back, they were toting those 100-pound gunny sacks.
Yeah, I did a lot of bagging in the old gunny sack and the old sisal twine to tie it with in my left hand, and zip. I think I could still do it today. I did 10,000 bags of that stuff, but it was a big part of our business then, and it still is.
Yeah, just a few changes here.
Yeah, we went to paper because gunny sacks got too expensive.
Yeah, they were kind of chafe you too, wouldn't they? They kind of scrape you up a little bit.
Yeah, and we'd buy them back, when we could, and they'd come in with, laying out there in the barns and stuff. There'd be mice, and it was time to go to paper.
I think you made the right choice there.
It was time, and paper bags you can just hand sew them real quick, and it, I always have 2 or 3 high school kids down there, and they can whip out a bag pretty darn quick, once they get used to it.
Mm-hmm.
Takes them a little while to catch on, but once they do, it's
really good for the young men too.
It is, yep.
That's a great experience for them. So we know the weather's going to get colder. Talking cattle, because that's the main thing going on in this part of the country. But our smaller animals, dogs and so forth that are outside, certainly need to make sure we have enough food for them going into the cold months. Make sure they got the water and so forth.
You bet, and don't forget the wild birds.
Yeah,
that's another product that we bag and make. We make our own recipe and bag it, and we put just a tad bit of oil on there to keep the dust down. So, because sometimes those products can get pretty dusty, and so we put a little soy oil on there just to brighten it up and get rid of the dust, so it's good and clean for you. I put mine out last week, and the birds have already found it. So
have they?
It's nice to have it out there for them a little bit before the cold weather hits. Black sunflowers are still pretty darn high priced. It's just the way it is right now in the grain markets. The oil markets are so high priced that it's just going to keep the price of black sunflowers up. Yeah. Usually we sell, they're in the teens, and right now it's a little over $30 for black sunflowers. So we thought with new crop maybe they'd come down. A lot of people feed black sunflowers, a very popular feed, but so far that hasn't happened, but we're trying.
Okay. Been noticing that you have on display on the corner, in front of the old Butler Standard there, some pellets that can heat up the shop, right?
You bet. We got the wood stove pellets sitting out there, and we sell them by the pallet. I think we got a really good price on them, and we have a good supply of them. They're made in Fremont, Nebraska, so they're pretty local, and they don't have a lot of freight on them. So we buy a full load at a time, so we think we can get them in there about as good a price as what a person can,
Yeah, I like to see them sitting there. That's kind of a cool way to display them down in the corner.
Yeah, kind of wish old Tom Butler was standing there with his hat on, waving you in, right?
Oh yeah, talk about the big band music, and
there you go.
Have some fun with Tom. You can't beat that. I know you became good friends with him, and I think you bought most of your fuel there, didn't you?
Oh yeah, we did. We were the last survivor to pull them trucks in there, and he'd come out and get his little step stool out and wash the window. And we'd tell him, Tom, you don't have to do that. We can do that. And he'd go, oh, that's part of my deal, So good old boy. There's a lot of them in this town back in those days, in the whole country.
Yeah, no kidding. And now Don's there with some antiques, right?
Yeah, Don's got his stuff down there now. He probably won't come out and change your oil or check your oil or anything, but he's always good to talk to and has a lot of integral knowledge as well.
Yeah, he's always got a project or two going on. Scared me one day. He was running an electric saw, and it looked like he was getting it done, but
he still has all his fingers, but I'm sure he's came close a few times.
Oh, good memories.
You bet.
So the store in Oconto is open through Monday through Friday, and you've got a lot of things down there, and I imagine you can get it there pretty quick if somebody comes in and says, hey, I need this.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that we drop in Oconto there. The guys say, just take it down to Oconto and we'll pick it up, or we make a lot of deliveries down in that area, so we usually throw on what Troy needs down at the Oconto store and store it on our route trucks and stack them off and throw. He sells a lot of tubs out of there. Unfortunately, that building's not quite big enough to have a forklift, so he rolls them all on still. So
does he really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say more power to you, Troy, because they're heavy, but he does a great job.
Good. And then here in Broken Bow, you're open 5.5 days a week, so folks who can't get in during the week can stop, pick up some dog food or cat food or horse feed, and on a Saturday, right?
You bet. We've got 25 different kinds of horse feeds, so slip on in. We're open till 2 o'clock on Saturday.
Okay. All right. Anything else that you wanted to talk about?
I think we're good. If you got a lot of down corn, we got sodium bicarb as well.
All right. Hopefully that's not too much.
Yeah, there's not too much this year, but some instances there is,
Yeah, and of course a lot of them out on those corn fields now, picking up and cleaning up. So
That's good. Those cows needed to get out on stalks. It was time.
yeah. So what have you been doing for fun before we close? Any?
Well, I had to run to Omaha yesterday to get a family heirloom that my aunt wanted out of her house, so that was a quick trip, and glad I got that taken care of, made the family happy, and I don't know, we had one box last weekend.
That's right. Yep.
A lot of got to see a lot of my friends that, we all get busy working and you don't see people except for on the street. So got to have dinner with a few people I hadn't seen in a while and catch up on some things, and some out of town folks as well. And weather was good.
Yeah, it was pretty good weekend, wasn't it?
Yeah, we went over and hunted by Arnold, and that was really nice. They had a lot of good cover over that place, and it was just everybody was in a festive, good mood, and it was fun.
Good. Yep. Thanks, Mike.
You bet. Thank you, guys.
Mike Evans. Evans Feed, downtown Broken Bow, been there for many years, and O'Connell as well. We'll continue with the news.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Special Report, Campaign 2022, America Decides.
Who controls Congress? It is still too soon to say, but Senator Amy Klobuchar told CBS Mornings Democrats did better than expected.
So many Republicans and pundits were out there predicting this red tide. And let's just say those predictions did not age well.
CBS characterizes the House-leaning Republican control of the Senate still unclear, but it was a good night for Pennsylvania Democrat John Fetterman.
I'll be the next U.S. Senator from Pennsylvania.
In Ohio, Republican J.D. Vance is the projected winner for that seat.
Fight for our families, fight for the people struggling with the opioid addiction problem, fight for the people, the single moms struggling to raise babies just like my mom raised me.
Georgia's race still neck and neck with an expected runoff in December. CBS News Special Report. I'm Stacy Lynn.
In Nebraska news, Republican Jim Pillen has defeated Democratic State Senator Carol Blood to become the next governor of Nebraska. The state hasn't elected a Democrat as governor since 1994, and Pillen was the clear favorite on Tuesday after defeating 8 other candidates, including one backed by former President Donald Trump, in a contentious spring primary. Pillen is a hog farm owner and veterinarian from Columbus who also serves on the University of Nebraska Board of Regents. He will replace Governor Ricketts, who couldn't run for re-election because of term limits. Pillen said his top priorities will be changing Nebraska's property tax system by updating the way schools are funded and the way property values are assessed. He is also putting a big priority on maintaining what he calls Nebraska's conservative values. One of the first big decisions that Pillen will face is deciding who to appoint to replace U.S. Senator Ben Sasse, who is expected to resign if the University of Florida chooses him to be the next president. Ricketts, who could be a candidate for the Senate job, said he would leave the decision to his successor. That's Nebraska News.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Brian Fenley.
NBA decided to take Tuesday off in order to incentivize more of their players to vote. In the meanwhile, on Tuesday, we did have the college football playoff rankings come out. They're weekly, and now it's got Georgia at number 1, Ohio State number 2, Michigan and TCU 3 and 4 respectively. Those are all undefeated teams. Then you get to number 5, and you got your first one-loss squad in Tennessee. Alabama dropping all the way down to 9th. They've got 2 losses. Ole Miss is 11th, and UCLA is 12th. Notably, college football did see a few games played on Tuesday, including out of the MAC. Toledo beating Ball State 28-21, with Rockets quarterback Daquan Finn scoring 3 touchdowns through the air. The Las Vegas Raiders making a roster tweak by waiving former first-round pick and safety Jonathan Abram, who had been a starter with the team but then had lost that role.
Here's your weatherology forecast. For today, we'll have mostly cloudy skies and breezy conditions with a slight chance for a late-day shower, high temperatures reaching up to 63. Then for tonight, showers likely, possibly a thunder shower as well. A rain-snow mixture later into the night as temperatures fall to 33. Skies clear out for your Thursday with gusty northwest winds, much colder, high of 38. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Caro.
You'd never knowingly feed your pup mystery meat or spoiled grocery store food, so why are those some of the most common protein sources in kibble today? Yep, the dog food ingredient meat meal can be made of spoiled supermarket meat and packing plant scraps.
I'm veterinarian Dr. Marty Goldstein. Your dog needs a biologically appropriate diet similar to what they would eat in the wild. That's why I developed Nature's Blend, a freeze-dried raw food made with premium cuts of meat, omega-3 rich seeds, and superfood veggies and fruit.
Bailey is 12 years old. He has been on your food for 9 bags now.
Nature's Blend is pantry safe and has 0 artificial preservatives, additives, filler, or meat meal.
He's got more energy, able to run around and play when our grandson comes.
For a limited time, save 54% off Nature's Blend and receive a free pack of premium dog treats. Go to drmartypets.com/dogs or text DOGS to 511-511.
I can't thank you enough. He's 12, and I'm enjoying every day with him.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 1 additional text. Text stop to opt out.
It is 7 past the hour of 8 o'clock. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show, and we always appreciate that very much. And we always appreciate Tanya for coming in because she's going to talk to us about music from the 80s.
Oh, gosh.
And movies from now, and maybe some in the past, I don't know. I usually just turn this over to Brent and Tanya because they have this common bond of the 1980s. And they also know a lot about movies, and I don't, at the Fox Theater. Well, I would ask you, too, real quick, and then we'll turn it over to you guys. How's things at COSAD?
COSAD's doing well. February will be 2 years that they've been open. I mean, all the theaters kind of ran into a I don't know, kind of a quicksand moment there, August and September, but it's picking back up. And
Good.
I mean, we're looking ahead. We're always trying to look ahead, and the slate of movies in 23 and 24 are really great. So it's looking up. It was we were trudging along there for a couple of months, but not because people wouldn't come, but Hollywood really didn't have any content to even put out there. So you kind of have to dig and find needles in haystacks and
yeah, that's got to be a little frustrating.
Yeah.
Because people like to go to the movies and have that atmosphere, the big surround speakers, the big screen, and all those things, and then you like to have them there, but you got to have
content.
Yeah.
There's not much I could do. I mean, Black Adam and Ticket to Paradise were kind of a little bit of they're a push in the right direction, I think, going into the fall and winter. Ticket to Paradise is so funny. If you haven't seen that one, I really enjoyed it. I haven't seen Black Adam, and it ends Thursday, but Ticket to Paradise was really great. It's been a great date night film. A lot of ladies' nights. Get your girlfriends together and go watch George Clooney and Julia Roberts on screen.
That looks really interesting.
Yeah. It's really cute.
Fun. Yeah. All right, Brent. Take it away, my friend.
Okay.
Talk to Tanya with Fox Theater here in Broken Bow and COSAD.
Well, you talk about content coming. You have some pretty good content coming this weekend because there's a lot of Marvel movie fans, of which I'm one.
Of which you're one.
That is excited to see Wakanda Forever and the way they take the Black Panther franchise.
I know.
After the unfortunate passing of Chadwick Boseman, who played the lead character.
He played King T'Challa, and I'm curious as well. I suppose before his passing, they kind of had the story planned out where this series was going to go, and unfortunately, I mean, and unbeknownst to most of us, he was even fighting that battle. It was a big surprise. So I am excited. It does start Friday, the second installment of the Marvel's Black Panther. Wakanda Forever. There's new enemies now that Wakanda has been discovered. They've got big problems because there's a lot going on there, and people want a piece of it. So we'll see where it goes. But I'm excited. We used to have 2-3 Marvel movies a year, and now it's maybe one.
But it's a big movie. I guess the first big blockbuster of the holiday season.
I would say
Could we say that?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Absolutely. And we'll probably have it going into Thanksgiving. So Thanksgiving's only a couple weeks away. Now, so
hard to believe, isn't it?
I know. So if you have family in town, by that time maybe the crowds will be a little smaller. We do have 2 movies opening Christmas or Thanksgiving week, though. Midweek openings on Wednesday. A new Disney film called Strange World brand new characters, not just kind of a rehashing of old stories. It's Strange World. It's about a family of adventurers, which it looks really cute. And then a film called Devotion about Korean War pilots.
Oh, yeah, I saw the preview for that the other day.
Yes, looks really good.
does.
You might recognize one of the actors is Glenn Powell, just in Top Gun, which he probably, at the time when he made the back-to-back movies, they weren't supposed to come out in the same year, which is kind of funny, you know. But yeah, that looks really good. So we'll have both of those also for Thanksgiving week and weekend. So excited about those. And then looking, you know, towards Avatar in December. I don't know if you saw, they released the runtime for that movie.
How long?
3 hours and 10 minutes.
Oh, my goodness, really?
Wow.
So, yeah, so that'll, I've never had an intermission scheduled for a movie.
Well,
so
how
we'll
long?
see.
How long was? Well, I was going to say the original. I know it wasn't 3 hours
It wasn't
long.
3, but it was close.
But Titanic was how long? It
That was
just over 3,
so,
wasn't it?
Being from the 80s, that was a 2 VHS pack.
Yes. Yeah, it was.
So I think it was probably an hour and a half per tape. Yeah, it was probably 3 hours.
That's what
on
I
the
thought.
Big screen.
Okay.
So if it's a good story and it keeps you,
Yeah.
you know, entertained, maybe it'll go by quick.
Now, am I correct in that the few scenes I've seen, it's underwater?
It's underwater. It's called The Way of Water, I believe. And this is only 2 of 4, so we'll have 2 more to look forward to after this one.
Oh, now that I didn't know.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yep. So every 2 years, starting this year, we'll have a new Avatar. He'll continue the story.
Well, the first one was pretty cool.
The first one was really cool.
Yeah.
And, you know, technology's advanced in movie making since then quite a bit.
Yeah.
In, 16 years, 14 years?
Been that long.
So we'll see what James Cameron pulls off here. I think it'll be really visually beautiful.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, on the big screen especially.
Yeah.
You brought up the holidays.
Yes.
You mentioned Thanksgiving. I think it's important to note you guys are open on holidays.
Every day.
I know.
Unless there's a blizzard and I can't get to work. That's always the thing, because I live in town, and if I can't get there, we're probably closed. But yeah, every day. And the holidays are, you know, traditionally big movie days. Families like to go to the movies. It's a busy time.
Yeah.
So we like it.
Yeah.
And then, you know, getting into Christmas, we entertain a lot of school kids. A lot of the community schools will bring their students for kind of an end of year celebration day at the movies, which is always fun.
Yeah.
So looking forward to those. A lot of times, a lot of those kids, that might be the only time they see a movie that year. So we love having them.
Yeah, that's nice.
And we haven't had a lot of kids movies. You know, we've had a lot of grown-up films, but not a whole lot of things for kids released lately.
Yeah.
Lyle Crocodile was the most recent one. And a lot of people were unfamiliar even with the story. So
You just had we just had the FBLA couple of students in yesterday, and they come out here and promoted, and then come back and we talked to them about their food pantry drive that you guys worked with them on.
We did.
You guys are willing to do that sort of thing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, there were quite a few boxes of food that they collected. And then if you didn't have non-perishables to bring in, it was a $5 donation. So they raised some money and helped the food bank, and the kids all worked it. I just kind of stood back and I gave them a brief introduction and, you know, how to work the computers and stuff, and they're quick learners, you know, when it comes to technology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No hesitation on.
No, we were happy to do that. And it was a Halloween movie this year. The last time we did it, I believe it was Polar Express. It was closer to Christmas. So we did The Addams Family this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's great that you do that, and good experience for them.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So thank you.
Sure.
Speaking of that,
pleasure.
it is great to have, you know, when you have company during the holidays, and I think if they haven't been here before, or it's been a long time and you didn't get to the movies, to show the folks, your family members, that we have a theater with 3 theaters.
To show off a little.
Yeah, I think it's a good way to show off the community.
Well, and also a lot of, since here in Broken Bow, the theater's been here for so long, and it's changed a lot. He'll have people that haven't been here for maybe 20 years that used to go to the movies there, so then they're just kind of wowed.
Yeah,
it's fun. I'm like, feel free, walk around, check it out.
That and people who have maybe clubs or church groups or businesses that want to kind of have a Christmas party and go to the movie, I know you're always up for that.
Absolutely. And birthday parties, you can book it for a sporting event if you choose as well. We used to be able to show Husker games, and then they joined the Big Ten, and it made it a little more difficult.
Yeah.
But we will do that on a private basis. But yeah, anything we can do, a business meeting, a business party, birthday parties. We've had TED Talks there. We've had comedians come in, that have booked the theater. It's been a couple years. Kyle Yamada, we had him come in a few years back, and that was a lot of fun. So yeah, we're kind of a multi-purpose venue.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
More so, I think, than a lot of theaters in larger places. So. Yeah. We appreciate that.
Sure.
And again, Brent always brings this up, and I'll let him thank you for the amount of money you charge to get in the door, because if you have a family, that makes a big difference. You have a little money left over for concessions that way, right, Brent?
Yeah. The prices are extremely affordable. So, thank you for that. And I know that the business support you get from around the area makes that possible.
Oh, advertising. Yeah. Our local advertising dollars go towards that. I mean, anything we need to do with the theater, we don't have to raise the ticket price. We can, we count on those advertising dollars. So, and a lot of them, you guys included, have been with us for a really long time, and we're very appreciative. And in December, we've got some free Christmas movies for the kids on. So from the Saturday after Thanksgiving through the 17th of December, there'll be a free Christmas movie every Saturday. That's sponsored by Culligan, so another business that stepped up to do that. And then on December 4th, we have so we just did a Mother Teresa special showing of this Mother Teresa documentary, sponsored by the Catholic Church. So in December, we'll have another one-day special. It's a film called I Heard the Bells. And it'll be December 4th, probably about 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, sponsored by Markham Construction. It's all about the Christmas Carol and the poet Longfellow who wrote it. So kind of a neat Christmas movie. It'll get you in the Christmas spirit kind of film. But because of lack of content, I've had to kind of get creative. And we have these one-day movies out there, and I just find sponsors for them and bring them in.
Oh, nice.
So, but yeah, it'll all be on our website, watchthefox.com. We've kind of put a lot out there today, but it'll all be out there, and you can check it out. Watch trailers if there's anything unfamiliar.
Okay. Give us a call sometime, or would like to help.
Okay.
I think we could do, like those, what's the channels on TV that they have Christmas shows all year long?
Hallmark?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Hallmark.
Just where the guy and the gal are kind of not getting along, but Christmas brings them together. That theme, have you heard that and seen that before?
Yeah. I think it's the theme of all of them.
Maybe that's not a great idea, but yeah, give us a call. We'd love to help.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Anything else, Tanya, that we need to highlight?
I think we've touched on quite a bit. We still have free popcorn every Tuesday. Just did it last night. It was kind of a joke because it was election day. So, free popcorn to anyone with an I voted sticker, but it was Tuesday already.
Nice.
I don't know if anybody got that, but yeah. Thanks for, going out and doing your civic duty.
Yeah.
It's free popcorn.
Yeah. We'll have to remember that next time. Walk across the street. Wait to vote till later in the day. You weren't there in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
That's all right. So hopefully you'll come back and see us.
Absolutely. So this weekend we've got Black Panther, Ticket to Paradise, and then The Good House.
Okay.
Is our lineup for this weekend. So watchthefox.com, or you can call us 872-2393 for showtimes.
All right, thanks.
Thanks, Dave.
We'll take a time out or two with these words.
If you're buying or selling used equipment and trucks, look no further than PurpleWave.com. We offer a wide selection of skid steers, dozers, loaders, backhoes, trucks, and more. Items are added daily to our regularly scheduled auctions, where everything sells to the highest bidders. Bidding is easy, so get started today. Visit PurpleWave.com. Straight, simple, sold.
It's that time of year again. Hi, this is Liana with Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency. Annual open enrollment for Medicare plans starts October 15th and runs through December 7th. It's very important to review your current health and prescription coverage each year. The TV advertising and phone calls can get overwhelming, so let me help. Give me a call at 836-2201 or stop at the offices in Callaway or Broken Bow to schedule an appointment. We do not offer every plan available in your area. Any information we provide is limited to those plans we do offer in your area. Please contact Medicare.gov or 1-800-MEDICARE to get information on all your options.
From indoor and outdoor to out in the field, Ansley Lumber and Supply has what you need for your projects. There's nothing stronger than LP Smart Side siding for your home, and Pella, Marvin, and North Star windows can increase efficiency greatly. They have them. Does your kitchen need a new look? Well, Ansley Lumber has several lines of cabinets to choose from, and they offer quartz and granite countertops. Benjamin Moore Paint can freshen up a look, plus they have metal for your buildings, plus creosote and copper posts. Ansley Lumber and Supply, downtown Ansley.
When you're out hunting for savings this Saturday, make sure to stop by the Quilting Shack in Broken Bow, and you'll receive 25% off your purchase. If you are a beginner or an experienced sewer, the Quilting Shack has what you need to complete your projects. With a huge selection of material choices, along with sewing notions, craft kits for the kids, and cake decorating supplies, you won't be bored this winter. Stop by Saturday, November 12th from 11 to 4 and receive 25% off your purchase at the Quilting Shack, East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
Dave and Brent.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning. On KCNI KBBN Radio.
That's who we are. Again, thanks, Tanya, for coming in. Appreciate it. Did want to cover the current conditions. I forgot to do that when we come out of our news break. It's 30 degrees now. It's getting colder under a cloudy sky and that light mist in the air. Pretty dark out there right now. Yesterday's high was 66. It was a warm day yesterday, but the wind was blowing, and it kind of felt weird because it just kept warming up from 40 in the morning.
Yeah, especially in the evening and at night, it was weird. Yeah.
So 66 for a high, 31 was the low. That was the temperature at 7 o'clock this morning, but we're now at 30. And as we mentioned earlier, we have 1300s in the rain gauge so far this month. Tanya brought up something before she walked out the door talking about something I didn't think to look at this morning, and there's, again, results statewide available to you on Sandhills Express. If you go to Grant's Story and click on the statewide results, you'll see the results from the Secretary of State of Nebraska with all the totals melded together. Tanya was telling us that the proposal to raise the minimum wage in Nebraska passed, and it's a graduated program. It goes up over a certain period of time, so that will be interesting. That's pretty important news out there, depending on what you're thinking about that. If you're working for $6 an hour, you're probably pretty darn happy about it. And if you have a business where you have a lot of part-time employees and so forth, it might be a bit of a pinch. So we'll see how that works out. Economics 101.
Yeah.
Which are difficult sometimes. That's all I'm going to say. We have a lot of things going on. We're going to be going to Varney Health Mart. We want to knock down some live reads before I go, or?
Sure, yeah. Here's some job opportunities for you. Central Nebraska Community Action Partnership is looking for an individual to work as an infant toddler cook in Broken Bow. Great benefits, good starting wage, looking for someone with a high school diploma or equivalent, a valid Nebraska driver's license and working phone. Would love to have someone with previous experience working with infants and their families. You would be purchasing food and preparing meals, complying with USDA requirements, be responsible for cleaning classroom and doing dishes, laundry, etc. Also at CNCAP, they have an opening for an infant toddler teacher center specialist. This is a 40-hour per week year-round position in Broken Bow. Good starting wage, great benefits. Qualified individuals for this position must have a valid Nebraska driver's license, a working phone, their Child Development Associate Certificate, an associate or bachelor's degree in early childhood education, and again would prefer someone with experience working with infants and toddlers, income qualifying families, and past supervisory experience. For more information on either of these positions, you can contact CNCAP Human Resource Department at 308-745-0780. The extension would be 0. Or you can go to their website and apply online at centralnebraskacap.com.
All right. Digital literacy free computer classes will be available with the contribution of over $1.1 million from AT&T and the Public Library Association. They are pleased to welcome over 150 libraries nationwide selected by the PLA to the workshop incentive cohort. Each library will use digital learning training materials developed with the support from AT&T to deliver in-person or virtual workshops to build critical skills in community members and narrowing the digital divide. The Broken Bow Library is pleased to announce they were selected to participate in this opportunity, and they have free classes coming up. Internet Basics on November 14th from 3 until 4. Cybersecurity on November 16th from 4 to 5. Email Basics on November 28th from 11 a.m. to noon. Computer Basics on November 30th from 9:30 to 10:30. Please call the library at 872-2927 to reserve your spot today. Space is limited, and so you want to get your name in there. Any person who successfully completes any of the courses will be entered into a drawing for $50 worth of chamber bucks. For more information, stop by the library or call 872-2927 or go online to brokenbowlibrary.net.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
No!
At Brubaker's Coffee House and
good.
Gifts in Arnold, they're getting ready for Christmas. Shop their Christmas decor that has come in, such as Christmas light-up snow globes, light-up and snowy wintry decor, and ornaments in many different styles and more. They've got a lot of great gift ideas, too, novelty gifts and toys, adorable kids' bags and backpacks, adorable baby gifts, something for every age. So swing on in to Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts. They are ready for Christmas. They also have a great array of purses and wallets, as well as jewelry to check out. Coffee with a friend, always a good idea, and there's no better place to have it than at Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts in Arnold, Nebraska. Open Tuesday through Friday, 8 to 5. Open on Saturday from 9 to 3.
All right, Brent, time for one more live read, and then I think our next guest will be in. So I'll let the folks know that the Broken Bow Housing Authority has a newly developed position of Deputy Director. The Deputy Director will help provide leadership and direction in all aspects of the operations of 40 apartments, 45 homes located in the city of Broken Bow, and 20 apartments at Husker Homes in Ansley. The successful candidate should have a passion for quality customer service and a solid knowledge of regulatory environment. Applicants must have a high school diploma or equivalent, a minimum of associate's degree in business or public administration or finance, and or experience in related fields are preferred. Compensation for the position is negotiable depending on qualifications and experience. This is a full-time position. To make an application, please submit a one-page letter of interest and a resume that includes salary history and 3 professional references, and submit those documents to the Broken Bow Housing Authority at 825 South 9th Avenue in Broken Bow, or in person. And using U.S. mail or in person, you can get your letter in and your resume. And they're located again at 825 South 9th Avenue in Broken Bow. They are an equal opportunity employer. So I'll put those there so you know I haven't read those yet. They're on your laptop, Brent.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay. We'll take a time out. I'll skedaddle out of here, and our next guest will walk in and work with Brent. I hope you're nice. You'll be nice, won't you?
Okay, I'll try.
Okay, I mean, some days we're not here on the breakfast. Oh, I don't think you'll be nice. Brent Custer's here.
Oh, 2 Brents in the studio. Love it.
We'll continue with these words.
It is no secret that cybersecurity and keeping your personal information safe and secure is very important. Scammers never stop and will do whatever they can to get your information. Some examples of what to be looking out for are spoofed phone calls, suspicious emails or texts, computer pop-ups, requests for urgent wire transfers or gift card purchases. If you are suspicious of fraud or a scam, always call your bank about the situation. Bruning Bank wants you to stay safe and be diligent about keeping your information secure. Our staff is trained to deal with any type of situation and is happy to help or answer any questions you may have. Bruning Bank. Build, grow, thrive. Member FDIC.
Lily Kate Boutique would love to see you this Friday for their holiday open house. From 10 to 6, stop in and enjoy cookies and beverages throughout the day, along with amazing savings to start your holiday shopping. Children through women's clothing can be found at Lily Kate Boutique. Spin the wheel for a discount on your entire purchase, and the first 40 customers will receive Levi kettle corn. It's all happening this Friday at Lily Kate Boutique on the north side of the square in Broken Bow.
Loop Basin Public Health Department wants to keep you and your family safe this winter. Protect yourself by staying up to date with your COVID vaccinations, including your booster dose. Getting a booster dose means you will increase your protection against severe disease and continue protecting your loved ones and community against COVID-19. Get vaccinated today by calling 308-346-5795 to book your appointment or check out their social media outlets for more COVID information. Loop Basin Public Health Department wishes you a safe and healthy winter.
The Callaway Good Life Center offers a facility with the comforts of home. Services include skilled nursing care, long-term care, respite care, and more. Callaway Good Life Center is a great place to work, offering competitive wages. Call 836-2267 for more information.
All right, back on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Brent and Brent in the studio now. Hi, Brent Custer.
Hello, how are you, sir?
Doing fantastic. How are you?
We don't get to say that very often to another Brent, or usually it's a Brett or something like that.
That's right. Now, okay, since we're on this topic,
Yes.
Can I ask you, how many times in your life have you been called Brett?
Oh, it's 50-50.
Yeah, I think me too. One of my favorite stories, I know we got things to talk about, but I just love this story. When I was in high school, I would go to the principal's office. Now, I wasn't called to the principal's office. I want to make sure people understand this.
Yes.
But our secretary, her first name was Adeline.
Okay.
And she's just the sweetest lady.
Sure.
And I would go in and I'd just visit with her, you know. Well, through my entire high school, she'd call me Brett. and I never corrected her. I'm like, not a big deal, you know. Well, when I graduated, my diploma said Brett Apperson. Yes,
that's great.
So I have two high school diplomas. One that says Brett, and then one that says Brent. So I love that.
I often get called that, and I don't take offense to it. It's not that big a deal. So.
No, it's not. So anyway, let's see. I know you started this program. Man, how many months ago was it now?
No, I believe it was like in April or May, but I'm not positive on that. So,
but Brent kind of came to us with this idea of recognizing teachers within the county and our listening area, and so we have created Teachers of the Month, and you're here to share with our listeners who the Teachers of the Month for November are.
Absolutely. So my first one is from Broken Bow. It's Mr. Shaw. Mr. Shaw is a 5th grade teacher at North Park Elementary. He was actually born and raised here in Broken Bow. He attended Broken Bow and graduated in 2007. That's pretty incriminating information that he gave me there. So now we know how old he is. He went to Hastings College and got his degree in elementary ed. And then he later attended, and I appreciate him sharing all this stuff too, he attended Chadron State College where he received his master's degree in curriculum and instruction. He is married and to his high school sweetheart, which, see, that happened to me too. Way to go.
Yeah.
And he has 3 children, and his passions, which I always like to know what people are passionate about, what they do in their extra time, include spending time with his family, friends, traveling. He likes to grill, and he's an avid sports fan. He likes to watch all the sports, which I I've seen him do that, and he's been a great promoter of Broken Bow Public Schools.
Yes.
Never heard a bad word about Mark Shaw. Just one of those great assets that we have here in Broken Bow.
Yeah.
So, and then speaking of great assets, Ansley Public Schools nominated Deb Shepard, who Deb has been there for 30 years.
Wow.
Can you imagine putting up with you and I for 30 years as
No.
elementary kids?
I can't.
Deb, thank you for all your work.
Yeah.
She's, like I said, she's taught there in Ansley Public Schools for 30 years. She received her elementary educations from UNK, which I believe at the time would have been Kearney State College.
Yeah.
She and her husband live in Ansley, and they have 3 adult children, 9 grandchildren. She enjoys reading, quilting, spending time with her family. So,
Yeah.
Congratulations to Deb and to Mark, and thank you for the nominations, Broken Bow and Ansley. And it's great to hear from people. And by the way, this is, if you go out there, you can see their pictures on Sand Hills Express, along with the bio. We also give these teachers a $50 gift certificate. Actually, it's chamber bucks. So just in the recognition as well as being on Sand Hills Express. So we appreciate your help with this. It's just a great deal for the teachers, and it's well deserved. I mean, they are
Very
going
well
above and
deserved.
beyond.
Yeah.
So yes.
Well, thank you very much for coming in and announcing that. We always enjoy when you come in and do that, and it was a great idea, and it's been a great program.
Yes, I've had fun doing it, and there's a lot of teachers out there we need to recognize for all their work.
Oh
so,
man, that is for sure.
I think we could do this for years and years and years. So
Yeah.
yes.
Let's see, other things on your mind, Brent, that maybe you want to touch on here this morning?
Yeah, just real briefly, insurance-wise, kind of exciting time of year. You kind of regroup. You're starting to plan for the next coming year, and there's some exciting changes going on here in the next year. So just ask people if you're looking, if you want a quote or anything, just come and see us. We got some exciting changes coming down the pike there. So that we look forward to that here in the near future. And then just a couple other things. A good friend Scott Reynolds has his Sand Hills Fire Relief up in Thetford. That's coming up this weekend. He's a busy guy, and all the people who are helping him with that, thank you very, very much. And for those of you who don't know, it's on Facebook, Sand Hills Fire Relief. You can look that up to see the auction items and things like that. So appreciate promoting that. And I always have to highlight the foundation because I'm on the board there. So just a couple things with the foundation. Believe it or not, the gala is coming. Gala, however you want to pronounce it.
There's always a debate on that, isn't there? Gala, potato.
Exactly.
One of those things.
Yes, that's coming up here in early December, obviously. The side-by-side raffle tickets are sold out.
Already?
Yes.
Oh, man.
So
every year I keep telling myself, I'm going to get into this raffle.
So now,
and then every time the tickets are gone by the time I remember it.
I know I should have hit you up.
Yeah.
Because they've changed it now. You can either have the side by side or a trip voucher. And the trip voucher, I believe, I forget. I just sold all mine, but I believe it's up to like $9,000 with the cash. So
wow,
you can take a pretty good trip.
That would be a nice vacation. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like you're just going to go interstate Nebraska on that.
Yeah.
You can broaden your wings a little bit or spread your wings. But anyway, those are sold out.
Okay.
The dinner tickets are almost sold out.
Wow.
So if you are just out there and you're still debating or you're a procrastinator or something like that, get on it because those are about sold out. So we're down to the nitty gritty there. And my last thing, it is the end of the year. People do some tax planning and gift giving and things like that. There's lots of different ways to give to the chamber that's tax deductible, to lots of different things, different ideas, scholarships, etc. If you've got something in mind, it doesn't matter the size of it. Stop down and talk to the foundation down there to Lindsay. Or find one of us board members and we can help you out also.
Yeah.
So,
the date of the gala is.
Dang it, you're
Do you
putting me
know
on the
that?
spot.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
I
but-
believe it's December 10th.
Okay.
So, I'm not positive on that. I just have it. I'm one
sorry.
of those guys who has it in my calendar, and until it comes up,
I hear you.
yeah.
Well, it was. I had never attended the event until last year.
Yes.
Was my first time to attend. And and I think we've actually had this discussion before on the air, but Dave and I have it all the time. It's again, just being there live, the generosity of people, and not just the money that is raised that night, but the donations of items that are to be auctioned off. You know what I mean? I mean,
yes.
I think a lot of those things are given, correct? To be auctioned off, and just the price of those items is pretty heavy, and they are just being donated to then be sold, and then all of that money goes into the foundation. Number one, it shows you what the foundation does and how people believe in it around this area. But again, just the generosity of people.
I agree. I mean, I'll never forget coming back from Omaha. I lived in Omaha for 10 years after graduating high school here, and I came back and I went to that first one, and I'd been to those events in Omaha. And yeah, you kind of expected the certain people in Omaha to give that kind of money, but you come to Broken Bow and you see people of modest means who donate quite a bit to help out the community, and it's something that's the reason why I moved back here almost 20 years ago. It's the reason you stay here. It's the reason a lot of people love Custer County, love Central Nebraska, because people will help each other. They'll give the shirt off their back. We appreciate that type of mindset, and what a better place there's no better place to raise my kids than an environment like that.
Yeah, I would agree. Okay, so again, the Teachers of the Month for November: Mark Shaw, Broken Bow Public Schools, and Deb Shepard, Ansley Public School.
That is correct.
All right. Anything else you want to mention before we let you go?
I think I'm done, so.
All right. Thanks for coming in.
Absolutely.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Brent Custer with Shelter Insurance, our guest on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
There's a difference between treating the pain and treating the problem. At Pearson Physical Therapy, we strive to not only reduce your pain, but actually treat the underlying cause so that you remain pain-free, even after you finish physical therapy. If you're frustrated by pain that keeps coming back, Pearson Physical Therapy can give you the tools that will keep you moving pain-free. Call Pearson's in Broken Bow at 308-872-5800 or check us out on the web at pearsonpt.com. Get the treatment you need and the care you deserve at Pearson Physical Therapy.
They say behind every great man is a great woman. And while that's true, we'll take that a step further and say that behind every great parts store, there's even greater staff and patrons. At WinQuest, you'll find an amazing staff of parts professionals who have a combined experience of well over 100 years. You'll also find loyal patrons who know where to find quality parts and excellent service. To our crew and customers, Dan and I would like to say thank you for making us who we are today. 97 years and 4 generations strong. WinQuest Incorporated, proudly serving you since 1925. East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
We've got spirit, yes we do. We've got spirit, how about you?
Here at Nebraska State Bank, we've got school spirit. Introducing mascot debit cards from Nebraska State Bank. Now you can go to your local NSB branch and request a new debit card for your favorite high school team. The Broken Bow Indians, South Loop Bobcats, or Anselmo Murray debit cards are available by instant issue. You'll only pay $10, and the entire amount will be passed along to your school. It's a win-win situation, right? Take your school pride to the next level at Nebraska State Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Thanks for starting your day with us. It's gonna be a good day. Every morning. KCNI, KBBN Radio.
Central Nebraska's Sports Source presents live coverage of high school football. Join us on Friday afternoon when we'll travel to Lincoln to follow the SEM Mustangs in the state semifinals of the six-man football playoff bracket. Join us as SEM takes on Parkview Christian for the right to play for the state championship in six-man football. You'll be able to hear the game live on KBBN 95.3 FM and KBBN.com. Kickoff at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Live coverage of high school sports this year on KBBN Radio being brought to you in part by the Nebraska State Bank, Grocery Cart, Custer Federal State Bank, Rod's Body and Paint, Trotter Service, Mead Lumber, Shelter Insurance, A to Z Lawn Pro, Squire Septic Service, Aero Seed, Team Physical Therapy, Agland ATV, Bruning Bank, Sargent Irrigation, Geared for Sports, Duda Plumbing, and the Garden Center. It's SEM and Parkview Christian in the six-man football semifinals Friday. 8:45 is the time. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Dave is trying to get connected there at Varney Health Mart. For some reason, we're having some connectivity issues, so we'll try to get those worked out, and we'll try to get you to Varney Health Mart coming up here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Well, we're happy to be here at Varney's going into the holiday season. Thanksgiving's coming up. Along with Thanksgiving comes flu and cold season and all of that sort of thing that's already underway.
It is underway. We're seeing a lot of it, and unfortunately the RSV with the children and influenza, and a lot of sinus infections. So let's try to stay on top of it. Lots of fluids, vitamins, eat right, exercise, you know it. Everything that's so easy to do but hard to do.
I know. And I was watching a news show, I believe, on Sunday morning, and they had some medical experts on there, and they were talking about the things that we talked about when we went into the COVID was wash your hands like you should every flu season, or all the time, really.
All the time.
And the lack of attention to that is we've went back just to the way we were doing things before.
You're right, Dave. We really have. We were hoping this would kind of stick with us, but you know, I guess old habits are hard to break.
We're humans.
Yes, we're
creatures of
human.
habit.
Yes, we are.
So if you do have any problems with, you know, colds, flu, you know, the kids and all of that, you've got the medications.
We do have the medications, and you can call and ask questions, and we'll try to answer all of them for you the best that we can.
Okay. All right, you got your clipboard. Where are we going to go?
You know, I think, though, since you were mentioning the flu and everything, we do have one more flu shot clinic coming up.
Okay.
And it will be Tuesday, November 22nd from 9 until 5. And there'll be some paperwork to fill out. And after you fill that out, then the pharmacist has paperwork that she has to fill out and get ready before she can give you the shot. So please plan accordingly. I know this is our last one, but I just wanted to mention that because I think people don't realize the work that we have to do before we can give them the shot. And I just want them to plan.
And I just happened to come in and get mine yesterday, and it doesn't take a real long time. No. And there's a little paperwork involved, and you know, I just think it's a great insurance policy. Yeah, can you still get the flu? Well, we know you can.
Yes.
Will you be as sick? Probably not. To me, it's just a little bit of an insurance plus. Maybe I won't pass along to somebody else.
That's correct, Dave.
All right.
Doing the right thing. Okay, we have a new product in the toy department that children and adults alike love, and it's a plush. It's the company called Ty. So it's the Beanie Babies. We have the little tiny... People love these. And so we have the little tiny round ones. They have the big, pretty bright eyes. They all have names. There's a little squid here that, let me open up his heart. Sheldon. That's Sheldon.
That's little Sheldon.
And there's a tie-dye kitty cat. I believe that's Gizmo.
There's little Spider-Man.
There's Spider-Man. There's the Black Panther. We have them from little, like small balls, kind of the size of tennis balls, all the way up to a snuggly pillow.
Oh, wow, those are cool.
Oh, aren't they cool?
Yeah.
And I mean, they're just comforting and sweet, and you can be sitting on your chair or couch, squeezing it and holding it, watching a show, or of course on your phone or whatever. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell a little story about this. We had a customer come in and request that we carry these again. Why don't you guys have those anymore? Blah, blah, blah. And I went, well, I'll check into it. A few days later, the rep walked through the door. I had not called. It was crazy. And I went, oh my goodness, okay, let's go place an order. And then when the order came in, I was just so happy. The prices are great. They're like this big pillow that the... $12.99.
$12.99. Wow.
Yes.
Those are.
And the detail and the quality is amazing. I'm so happy with them. They're very well made. They're cute and they're lovable. We did get a few little Christmas ones in. This little Christmas bear. Now he's white. He has one green eye, one red eye. The Santa hat that's red. Look at his little paw prints.
He's got red paw prints and green paw prints. That's neat.
See, that's that little bit of detail that I just love.
Yeah.
And then I also brought in some little girls' purses that are super cute. There's little kitty cats. There's puppies. I would call that maybe a leopard. It's spotted tie-dye. And then once again, the detail, there's a little charm hanging off of them that's a little pom-pom. Now they can take that pom-pom off, put it on something else. The purse strap, you can also take that off and use the purse as just a coin purse. When you open it up, it's all glittery inside, and there's a little heart in there, and it's just pretty. They're really nice. I like them.
And going on down to the mermaids?
Yes, we did get a few mermaids from Ty as well. So they're a different mermaid than we had in the past, and they're always popular. There's blue ones, pink, purples, and there's 2 different sizes. And then also we brought in a couple different kinds of socks for the little girls. Nice. And one of them has a little gray tiger striped kitty at the top of it with the pretty eyes, and the other one has a unicorn, I believe. Yes, the unicorn, and then there's little hearts on the socks.
Very colorful, a lot of color.
A lot of color. You'll just have to come in and take a look, and we've sold quite a few already, so everybody's very happy that we're carrying that.
Good. And you have some little wolves or fox, and some giraffes.
Giraffes, the kitty cat, the bears, the husky dog, and then we have the little fawn.
Oh, that's
with
a fawn.
Spots. Yes.
Oh, it's got spots, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see it now. There's the little dark hooves. Those are neat.
They are neat.
Kids will love those. And you have some very delicate things on down the shelf there as
we
well.
have some nice baby. Oh, talking about baby items, this was something else on the tie. We do have this Dumbo, you know, and Dumbo has the large ears. And what the rep said, a lot of people are doing are buying these for baby gifts, a newborn, and then taking them somewhere and having the baby's name embroidered on the ear of Dumbo.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought that was a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and the baby things are here on the west wall, along with the others, and
we
really
have
neat.
little My First Teddy Bear, of course, in the blue for the boys and pink for the girls, and then we have their first piggy bank, and it's a plush, fluffy pig that you can put your coins in, and of course it has the plug on the bottom, so it's easy to get the coins out. You don't have to, it's not glass and you don't have to break it open.
I was going to say, it's soft.
It's so
piggy bank.
soft. So we have that in pink and blue. And then also that we have, I really like these. It's a guardian angel crib ornament that you can hang on the crib or the wall by the crib that says, guardian angel, watch over and protect this child. And there's a lot of nice, a lot of good design on that. It's very pretty.
Julie, I think that, well, we're stopped here for a moment. It might be, I don't know, worth talking about. We used to not think very much about Christmas years ago until Thanksgiving happened. And now we notice that it's pretty much Halloween and then right into, well, I'm going to start shopping, and that way I won't be shopping like a crazy person the last week before Christmas.
Yes.
The other part of that is you have a limited stock here on some of the things you just talked about.
Correct.
So now would be a better time than later to do your shopping here and everywhere.
Yeah, so that is true, Dave. And we have had a lot of customers come in and start, yes, actually, I would say even before October.
Oh, gosh.
Yes.
Okay, good.
So it's been fun.
Good, yeah.
And I guess, I wanted to mention we got a nice order of children's, toddler, baby books and the hardbacks. So there's a good selection right now. We have a couple Christmas ones in. One's on the farm. So right now is the best time to come in and get a book if you need one. We have a good selection.
And we all know how wonderful books are for little ones. They like to turn the pages. They like to hear you read to them.
Yes.
And before you know it, they'll be reading.
They'll be reading to us.
Yeah.
And that's why I try to be very mindful of that. And the books that we pick out will have a lot of texture to them that they can feel. There might be some soft or other textures, and of course the colors and shapes and sizes.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. All right. What else do you have for us, Julie?
Well, I wanted to talk about, these are really neat.
Yeah.
They're called a night scope, like they're a beanie hat. And on the front, there's an LED light. It's 100 lumens. It's bright. And also with this light, you can remove it from the hat, so you can just throw the hat in the washing machine and wash it. There's a USB charging port on the light. I know, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Watch this.
Oh, boy.
That is bright. And there's 2 settings, maybe there's 3. There's actually 3 settings for the brightness of the light. So if you don't want to wake some critter up that you're checking on, you can have it on lower.
Well, this is Hunter Orange, and it's, gosh, you could have it on and be maybe cleaning that deer and having the light on and keeping your ears warm at the same time.
Correct.
Especially if you're by yourself.
And then there's a camouflage one. And then earlier this week I got in this, I love this. This is a true red.
It is.
And it's so pretty. But anyway, we have a red one as well.
Now the red you could have farmer or rancher, or if you're traveling and you have a flat tire or you need to be outside fixing something, so handy not to have to hold a light. It's right there on your stocking cap.
Well, you know, what I thought about that too is you can wear it to a Husker game and have your light on.
Yeah.
Every time we get a touchdown.
Yeah. Or to help you, if it's a night game, help you get out of the stadium.
Yes. Help you find your car.
Yeah, that would be helpful.
And then when you come home, we have these wonderful socks that you can purchase, that you can put on and keep your feet really warm. They have grippers on the bottom. They're black and red, and they're fuzzy inside, and they're super soft.
They look really warm, traditional plaid
Yes.
look to them. Well, it really looks like Christmas, doesn't it?
It does,
Yeah.
yes. It'll be here before we know it, that's for sure. And then also talking about Christmas, our new order of Russell Stovers came in, and our Christmas candies here. And this will be all that we get before Christmas. So we have a lot
quite a
of single Christmas candy bars. There's peanut butter, there's marshmallow caramel. I think we have the coconut ones. And then we did get the air bonbons back in.
Very popular.
Yes, they are, because they had told us they were going to quit making them, and then they started making them again. So we have those. We have the little boxes of the Russell Stover milk chocolate that have like the snowmen on them, penguins, and Santa Claus. So if you just want a little something to give to somebody, we have that. And the milk chocolate balls that are silver and red. And those are always nice to set out around the holidays.
And saltwater taffy, of course.
Yes, we have the regular and the sugar-free.
Okay.
And we have a good selection of sugar-free candy here.
And that's important, because they don't want to leave out the person who likes candy and can't have it because of the sugar. You're taken care of here.
Right. We have a good selection there of anything that you want. And I wanted to mention there was something new that they have. It's called the Russell Stovers. It's the hot cocoa truffles in the box.
They sound good. Have you tried those?
Not yet. And then besides the Russell Stovers, we carry the Baker's chocolate that is made right here in Nebraska, outside of Lincoln, in the town of Greenwood. And we have a really good selection of that. And we also brought in their hot chocolate, which we did have, I believe, last year or maybe the year before. And I haven't tried it, but the customers say it's really good.
Gosh, you don't think about hot chocolate as much as we should. It's a nice change up from coffee.
It is. And not only that, if you mix your coffee with the hot chocolate and the whipped cream, it is so good.
There you go.
You could add something extra to it.
Yeah, there's
as
a
well.
little Kahlua or something like that.
Yes, little schnapps. Anyway, also from Baker's Candies, they purchased, there was a restaurant in Elyria, outside of Ord, and they purchased the dressing from Hershey's. So the lady from there started making this dressing, and now Baker's sells it. And it's a sweet onion dressing and ranch dressing, and it's
nice.
Really good.
Homegrown right here in central Nebraska. All right.
Yes.
Chocolate meltaways.
Yes, and that has the big N on it. That's a box of the chocolate meltaways with the Husker N, which makes a nice gift. Or if you want to send it to somebody that was from here. And
That's a great idea. Or just buy a bag and go home and indulge.
Exactly. Treat yourself.
Yeah.
And I guess since we're talking about Christmas, I might as well mention that we have a great selection of our Christmas cards.
Oh, yes.
In the store. We have individual ones. There's funny ones. Oh, there's a lot of really good funny ones if you like to send something like that. There's religious. There's the money holders. Romantic, of course. And Brenda has a good selection of the linen tree Christmas cards in. There's the boxed ones. They're all boxed.
Those are neat.
They're very nice.
Yeah. Yeah, those are nice. And, of course, Montana Silversmiths, you have a nice display.
Yes.
That's always a great Christmas gift.
It is, and we have a really good selection right now of the Montana Silversmith.
So many, a cross has always been popular, but it seems like if you watch athletes and you watch people and just people in your own community,
right.
There's a lot of necklaces with a cross on them, both men and women. So.
Yes, yes, there's a lot of more men wearing jewelry, I should say.
Yeah.
But the athletes always have,
Oh,
I think. But the Cowboys are everybody. There's a lot of men that come in here and they really like the patriotic cross. We have it in a bronze, and we have some money clips. A lot of good crosses for men. We have bracelets for men.
Nice.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Is there anything else that we didn't get to?
Well, I think we probably covered everything.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. Thank you, Dave.
Thank you. Remember, it is cold and flu season, and the pharmacy's ready to help you out with either off-the-shelf remedies or prescriptions. Varnish is ready to go for you. Now, what are your hours right now?
We are open from 8 until 6, Monday through Friday.
Okay.
On Saturday, we are open from 9 until 1.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you, Julie.
Thank you, Dave.
Brent, we'll send it back to you.
All right, Dave, thank you very much. The time is 9:05.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KPBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Special Report, Campaign 2022, America Decides.
Well, there are still votes being counted, but the Republicans appear on course to take the House. The Senate still unclear, but a big projected win for Democrat John Fetterman in Pennsylvania.
I never expected that we were going to turn these red counties blue, but we did what we needed to do.
As for Governor, Senator Amy Klobuchar told CBS Mornings the Democrats...
We won a number of governor's races across the country, including in states like Minnesota and Michigan, including a red state like Kansas, where Governor Kelly was reelected.
Well, not in Florida,
Thanks
though.
to the overwhelming support of the people of Florida, we not only won election, we have rewritten the political map.
Republican Governor Ron DeSantis gets re-elected. CBS News Special Report. I'm Stacey Lynn.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Nick Cope.
The latest college football playoff rankings put Georgia at number 1, Ohio State 2nd, Michigan 3rd, and TCU 4th, followed by Tennessee, Oregon, LSU, and USC. In late NHL action, the Kings shut out the Wild 1-0 thanks to a third-period goal from Gabriel Velarde. The Kraken scored 4 first-period goals, dominated the Predators 5-1. That's 5 wins in a row for Seattle. The Jets won their third in a row, a 5-1 win over the Stars. Winnipeg got 2 goals from Mark Scheifele. In college basketball, Georgetown opened their season with a 99-89 overtime win against Coppin State. The win snapped a 21-game losing streak for Coach Patrick Ewing and the Hoyas. Finally, WNBA star Brittany Griner has been sent to a Russian penal colony to begin serving her 9-year sentence for drug possession.
Here's your weatherology forecast. For today, we'll have mostly cloudy skies and breezy conditions with a slight chance for a late-day shower, high temperatures reaching up to 63. Then for tonight, showers likely, possibly a thunder shower as well. A rain-snow mixture later into the night as temperatures fall to 33. Skies clear out for your Thursday with gusty northwest winds, much colder, high of 38. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Caro.
Currently in our studio, some light moisture in the air, 31 degrees, cloudy skies. Winds are northerly at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Barometer 29.97 and the humidity 94%. High yesterday in Broken Bow, 66 degrees with the low dropping to 31. Our sunset for this evening is set for 5:25.
Hi, everybody. This is Roger Sloan with the Lillian Church of Christ. We used to hear it all the time. If you want to live forever, make Jesus Lord of your life. But I've got news for you. We're all going to live forever. The only question is, where? If you have questions, we have answers. Give us a call, 872-2618, Lillian Church of Christ, where we love to share Jesus.
If you're buying or selling used equipment and trucks, look no further than PurpleWave.com. We offer a wide selection of skid steers, dozers, loaders, backhoes, trucks, and more. Items are added daily to our regularly scheduled auctions, where everything sells to the highest bidders. Bidding is easy, so get started today. Visit PurpleWave.com. Straight, simple, sold.
9:09 the time on this Wednesday morning as we pass along some information to you now. The Nebraska Department of Transportation is currently accepting applications for a highway maintenance worker in Ansley. For a full job description and to apply, we direct you to the website statejobs.nebraska.gov. An online state application must be completed, so again, go to statejobs.nebraska.gov. The state of Nebraska is an equal opportunity veterans preference employer. Also, we want to remind you about the Anselmo Volunteer Fire Department's annual Soup Supper fundraiser, which is coming up on Saturday, November the 12th. This will be at the Fire Hall in Anselmo. They'll be serving from 6 until 8 p.m. It's just simply a free will donation, so help support them, the Anselmo Volunteer Fire Department, with their annual Soup and Pie Supper serving on Saturday, November 12th, beginning at 6 p.m. at the Anselmo Fire Hall. And again, it is free will donation. We've been talking about this for several weeks now. A while back, you might remember Joey Haida and others came in to visit with us on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. And they came in to talk about a new website that has been put together to help bring awareness to mental health and the importance of reaching out when needed. They have put together a resource of mental health providers in Custer County, and this can be accessed by going to mhpcc.org. That's mhpcc.org. You do not need to struggle alone. Mental illness affects 19% of the adult population, 46% of teenagers, and 13% of children each year. Only half of those affected receive treatment, often because of the stigma that can sometimes be attached to mental health. Untreated mental illness can contribute to higher medical expenses, poor performance at school and work, fewer employment opportunities, and increased risk of suicide. Again, to access this special website, a resource of mental health providers in Custer County, we direct you to mhpcc.org. Well, the holiday season is drawing near, and our friend Velma at Circle V Stitch and Post would like to remind you to get those orders in for your unique and personalized gifts that she can put together for you with her quality custom embroidery service. Also, have your crew looking sharp as we go into the winter season. Velma can help you create something for your work, crew, team, or group that will raise the bar. Come and take a look at the different vests, jackets, coats, and scarves that they have available at Circle V Stitch and Post. To get your creation started today, give Velma a call at 872-6173. Circle V Stitch and Post. You'll find them just north of Broken Bow out on Paulson Road. And Quality Senior Villages in Broken Bow believes that an active life is a nurturing experience. At their facility, residents can thrive and live an active lifestyle. Activities can bring about a feeling and sense of self-worth and well-being. Some daily stimulating and physical activities include movies, music, crafts, games, exercising, gardening, cooking, outings in their new outdoor area. It is a facility that specializes in Alzheimer's and dementia care assisted living. To find out more, contact Quality Senior Villages in Broken Bow at 872-6387. That's 872-6387. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. together. We have Tiffany with us from the Custer Care Center. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I am great.
And how are things at the center?
It is busy.
I'm sure it is.
Yes, we are gearing up for our annual Thanksgiving lunch. That's November 23rd.
Mm-hmm.
So we make homemade pies and homemade dinner rolls and oh gosh, what all do we have? A lot of food.
I'm sure, yeah.
Yes.
And I'm guessing that the residents are right in the middle sometimes of helping prepare all of that.
They are. They really get into it that day, but they help a lot even when it's not a big meal like
I'm
that.
sure, yeah.
We have some that love to peel potatoes, or they're always helping out in the kitchen doing something.
That's the one thing that we've noticed. Of course, we've had the opportunity to be there once in a while at the Custer Care Center and visit. And I've just noticed that it just seems like your staff works really hard to make sure that the residents are involved and can be involved. If they want to be, they can be involved in just about everything.
Yes, they can.
Yeah.
We try and make them feel like they're in their own home.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yes.
So what about the center itself, Tiffany? Are there some available spots, or are you filled up?
We
at the
are
moment?
full right now.
Okay.
But if you are looking for somewhere, just give us a call and get on our waiting list. You never know when we'll have a room open up. So, but we are full. We still have our home care services that we're doing. We're pretty full on them too.
Mm-hmm.
We are looking for some staff for home cares and also an activity director.
Oh, an activity director at the center?
At the center, yep.
Okay.
Yep, and
All right.
that's Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Somebody that loves to do crafts and keep the clients going.
All right. Now, you mentioned your home care, looking for some help there. Are there certain areas or communities that you're looking
No,
for
not
help, or
really.
just basically anywhere?
Anywhere, yeah.
Okay.
Yep, and I mean, even if you have a couple hours a day that you're looking for something to do, give us a call. We have all kinds of home cares, and we always make sure that it's a good fit. So if you don't feel comfortable going back in, then we don't send you. And if the client doesn't feel comfortable with you as a caregiver, then we don't send you back in. We make sure it's a good fit.
Yeah. And of course, we always want to remind people you do daycare right there at the center.
Yes.
So even though you don't have available spots for full-time residents at the center, people can come in and stay with you during the day if needed.
During the day, during the, into the evening, we're open. Just call us and let us know that they're going to come. And, if they're going to be there for meals, we ask that you let us know ahead of time. But if an emergency comes up and you need somewhere for them to go right then, just drop them by.
Yeah. Speaking of meals, we love talking about food here on the Breakfast Show. But how many meals a day do you guys prepare? Is it 3?
We
do you
prepare
do 3?
3, and then we have 2 snacks every day. So
really, you
Yes.
even have snacks around the meals?
Oh yes, and
Well,
anytime that anybody's hungry, all they have to do is tell us, and we'll get them something
You'll
to
get
eat.
something cooked up. Well, that's great. Okay, well, there you go, folks. That's what the Custer Care Center is all about.
Yes.
And you're always about taking care of your people.
That's right.
So-
And I also want to mention that we're still doing the transportation.
Okay.
So if you're needing a ride to an appointment, just give Peggy a call at 872-6303, and she'll get that lined up for you.
All right. And I think it's always okay to keep emphasizing when we talk about your transportation, it is specifically for doctors' appointments.
Right. Like if you want to go to Kearney shopping or something, we don't do that.
Right.
It's just for medical appointments. We really don't have any set place that we go.
There's not necessarily parameters on where you go, is there?
Nope. We go to Lincoln, Omaha a lot for trips.
Mm-hmm. I'm guessing that maybe that's picked up a little bit here as number one, we're coming toward the end of the year.
Yep.
But also, people are probably thinking, hey, you know what? I need to maybe get on the road and see this person or have this checked out before the weather gets bad.
Exactly. Yes. Yes.
Sure.
That's
and,
for sure.
and I'm guessing that your drivers are all for that too. Yes,
They do.
We would rather drive you now than when the weather gets bad.
That's right. And, our drivers are really good about their, we can call them usually last minute and they're like, yeah, sure, I'll take the trip,
Yeah.
And we also have, like, the insurance companies that we work with. They also call us, and they'll say, well, we have a trip from North Platte to Omaha. Can you guys pick that up? So if our drivers aren't busy with our locals, then we will take that. But we make sure that our local trips are covered before we take somebody that isn't with us.
Yeah, good. Let's see. We've kind of touched on a variety of things this morning. Anything that we've missed that you want to make sure people are aware of?
Not that I can think of. Today at 2 o'clock is the support group meeting at the United Methodist Church here in Broken Bow. So if you're looking for some support, stop by. We always have a good conversation, and it lasts about an hour, and then we end the meeting for the day.
And that's just for other caregivers, is that right?
Yep.
The support group?
Yep. If you're taking care of somebody that has dementia, or, you know, if you're just a caregiver for somebody and you're looking for support, stop by and we'll be glad to visit with you.
Fantastic.
Yes.
All right. Well, thanks for coming in, and we wish you and everybody at Custer Care Center a happy holiday season, but I'm sure we'll be talking to you before we get into Thanksgiving, and certainly before Christmas. But
I was just looking at the schedule this morning, and I come back the day of our Thanksgiving meals. So.
Oh, you do? Oh,
yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Might have to see if we have any extras I can bring.
Well, I won't speak for Dave, but I'll speak for myself. You're welcome to bring them if you want.
Yes.
Well, always a fun, enjoyable time any time of year at the Custer Care Center, but holiday season, I'm sure, is even more enjoyable.
It is,
That's
yes.
Good. All right. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Tiffany with the Custer Care Center, our guest on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Americans don't trust big media. That's why millions have made the switch and watch Newsmax. They even use the free Newsmax app on their phones. They watch the Newsmax team with Eric Bowling, Mike Huckabee, Greta Van Susteren, Rob Schmidt, and more. Newsmax is on major cable systems. If your system doesn't carry it, call them and demand Newsmax. More than 20 million Americans have made the switch to Newsmax. Make the switch today. You won't look back.
Are you more than $10,000 in debt? Feel like you're on a never-ending treadmill, staying in one place and never getting ahead with those minimum payments? You feel like there's no way out? Get off the endless debt treadmill and start saving money each month. There are programs in place to help you get free of your debt, and you don't have to pay the entire amount you owe. The program at Total Financial Freedom can help you get debt-free in months instead of decades. Call Total Financial now at 800-208-1312. 800-208-1312.
More than 1.5 million Americans have given their lives while wearing the uniform of one of our nation's armed services. Anyone engaged in military service must be prepared to endure hardship, suffering, even death in a time of war. Throughout our history, America's veterans have willingly made these sacrifices. On Veterans Day 2022, we salute veterans across the country and right here at home.
Brought to you by the Foo Bar and Grill in Selma. They encourage you to thank a veteran this Veterans Day.
Producers today are looking for every financial advantage they can find. And that's why more producers are looking at a WorkSmart line of credit from Farm Credit Services of America. More than competitive interest rates and farmer-friendly terms, WorkSmart delivers interest savings, cash-back dividends, and a credit card with cash rewards. You'll like that a WorkSmart line of credit doesn't charge interest until you actually use the money you need. And with convenient remote deposit, you can make payments to your account anytime and from anywhere you want to save interest and extra trips to town. No other line of credit works like WorkSmart, and no other line of credit saves money like it either. Wherever you find WorkSmart, you find producers saving money. Terms apply. See how much you can save by visiting fcsamerica.com or call 800-884-FARM. Agriculture works here.
9:26 the time. Dave back in the studio with us here on this Wednesday morning, and we're going to go to the phone and talk pizza. As we say good morning to Ladarius. Ladarius, how are things at the Pizza Hut?
Hey, everything's good over here, man. Thank you.
All right.
It's getting better over here.
I bet. Okay, now I've been watching the TV, and I keep seeing these promotional spots for the new Pizza Melt, and I have got to get in and try one of these things. They look delicious.
Oh, man, you wasting. Come on, man. Yeah, you please get in here.
Okay,
Yeah.
so how many kinds of these do you have? This is a new item, right, at Pizza Hut?
Yes, sir. It is. We have 4 different kinds.
All right. What is kind of the most popular at the moment?
Most popular is the meat lovers.
Oh, yeah, that would be popular with me, too. All right, so meat lovers, and then you have, what, 3 other kinds you said along with that?
We have the pepperoni lovers. We have the chicken bacon parmesan and the buffalo chicken.
All right. And the promotional spots that I've been seeing, Ladarius, they're priced very reasonable, too, and will fill you up at a good price.
Yes, sir. $6.99.
Man, you can't beat that.
With
Okay.
a baseball bat.
Yeah. Okay, now let's see, the Detroit-style pizza. I know that's been on for a while. Is there still a chance to get that or out?
No, sir. You can still come and get it, but you got 2 weeks.
2 weeks left on the Detroit-style
Yes, sir.
pizza. All right. Okay, good enough. Let's see, what are some of the other things that you're featuring? Do you have any specials going on here
Yes,
at the
sir.
moment
This
in store?
week, actually, we have the large stuffed crust, 1 topping for $13.99. If y'all come get you a stuffed crust for $13.99, and we also have a large 3 topping with the breadsticks and a 2-liter drink for $26.99.
That's a good deal. Let's see, what are the hours right now, Ladarius, or have they stayed the same as far as especially your carry out and delivery?
Yes, sir. It's all the same.
Okay, all the same. All right. I'm guessing that you're looking for some people to join your team if they want to.
So, yeah, we need a couple people in here. Right now, we just really need servers and CSRs right now.
Okay.
Yes, sir. If I can have 2 night servers, 2 night CSRs, then yes, sir. Everything will be everything.
All right, that'd be fantastic. Ladarius, is if people are interested and want to apply, is the best thing to do to stop in and talk to you, or do they apply online, or how's the best way to go about it?
Come into the store.
Come into the store. All right.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's see here. We've talked pizza melts, specials, anything else you want to make sure people are aware of with what's going on at Pizza Hut?
Yep. Whenever the Detroits are gone, we're bringing in the Trick or Treat box. I don't know if y'all remember that last year, where you get the 2 medium pizzas, the sticks, and the cinnamon rolls.
Okay.
$26.99. We're bringing that Trick or Treat box back.
All right. And that'll come in a couple of weeks when you're done with the Detroit-style pizza.
Yes, sir.
All right. Something to look forward to. Ladarius, anything else before we let you go?
No, sir, and I appreciate y'all business out there.
Hey, Ladarius, this is Dave. You think you could come out to the studio sometime? I'd like to meet you here at the studio and get you on the air sometime.
Yeah, we can do that the next time.
Okay, cool. We'll try to make sure that we have a seat for you, and love to meet you face to face.
All right, might even bring some of those melts out there for you guys.
Oh wow,
baby.
Amen to that. If you do that, Ladarius, we're going to make you come into the studio every time. All right, well, we'll look forward to that, and in the meantime, we'll encourage people to swing on over and enjoy the delicious treats of Pizza Hut.
Thank you, sir.
All right,
Appreciate that.
thank you. Bye-bye.
All right.
All right, there you go. Ladarius at the Pizza Hut here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
More than 1.5 million Americans have given their lives while wearing the uniform of one of our nation's armed services. Anyone engaged in military service must be prepared to endure hardship, suffering, even death in a time of war. Throughout our history, America's veterans have willingly made these sacrifices. On Veterans Day 2022, we salute veterans across the country and right here at home.
This Veterans Day salute has been brought to you by the Broken Bow and Ansley Housing Authorities. They invite you to join them in honoring our fellow citizens who have served in our nation's armed forces.
It's not just a cornfield. It's an uncompromising victory, a no-holds-barred triumph, a commitment to outdo last season every season. That's what DeKalb corn is all about. Chosen by farmers who push themselves to be the best, consistently, tirelessly, relentlessly. Wherever you compete, winning has roots. Perform at your best with DeKalb corn. Read and follow pesticide label directions, grain marketing, and other stewardship practices.
Farmers who planted Asgrow soybeans last season had a lot to celebrate. But for all of us here on the Asgrow team, the most important season is the next one. So we're back to work, advancing our breeding and genetics and expanding our always exceptional seed portfolio, all to push the industry and your yield potential even further. That's why Asgrow soybeans lead the way. Read and follow pesticide label directions, grain marketing, and other stewardship practices.
9:32, Brent and Dave with you here in the studio as we kind of wrap things up on this Wednesday morning. What do you got over there, my friend? Is it time to go hunting?
It is. Hunting for savings.
Hey, there you go.
Through the Broken Bow Chamber of Commerce, the Hunt for Savings takes place November 12th. Is that Saturday?
That is Saturday.
9 a.m. until 4 p.m. in Broken Bow. Join the hunt for low prices and great savings. Check out the racks at these local shops. The target in on this one day only benefit. Okay. Prize drawing at each location. Participating retailers include Geared for Sports, Chapin's Furniture, The Quilting Shack, Bow Bootery, Bow Family, Ortello Dale, Lily Kate, Broken Bow Floral, The Garden Center, Ken Caters. Let's see here. Those are all the businesses that are giving away things like gift cards and decorative fall pumpkins and, things like that.
All right.
And that's the Hunt for Savings Saturday, November 12th. I'm going to try it again. Check out the racks on these local shops. Target in on this one-day only event.
Well said, Dave. Good job. Let's see. Prairie Grounds Cafe and Gifts in Broken Bow. They are open and ready to welcome you in so that you can get your day started off right or have a nice pick-me-up during the day. And every month, they always do their featured drinks. So for the month of November, this is what they're featuring at Prairie Grounds here in Broken Bow. The Butternut, mixture of butterscotch and hazelnut. The Mudslide, mixture of chocolate and Irish cream. The Oatmeal Cookie, cinnamon and amaretto and vanilla. The Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, a mixture you would guess of chocolate and peanut butter. And the Thanks a Latte, a mixture of brown sugar and maple. Those are the featured drinks for November at Prairie Grounds Cafe and Gifts in Broken Bow. They do remind you that they're operating now with their winter hours, so they'll be open from 7 a.m. until 1 p.m. They always encourage you to be checking out their Facebook page. That's where they keep you updated with things happening at Prairie Grounds Cafe and Gifts. They also encourage you to come in and enjoy a scone, muffin, caramel roll, or other breakfast items with your coffee at Prairie Grounds.
Cajun food in Broken Bow?
Oh, yeah.
Cajun Prairie, the food truck is coming back, and they'll be in Ord on Thursday at Agland Electric and Irrigation from 11 a.m. until 7 p.m. and here in Broken Bow on Friday out here at Anderson Auto Tech from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. as well, offering authentic Cajun dishes straight out of the swamps. Experience a taste of the bayou, offering alligator, catfish, shrimp, jambalaya, and their delicious, what are they called? The balls,
boudin.
Boudin.
The boudin ball. Yeah, I think that's kind of one of their specialties at the food truck. Yeah,
Boudin, but it's boudin.
I think so. Yes.
Okay. Follow them on Facebook to see their schedule and locations. Make sure to tell them when you go there on Friday out at Anderson Auto Tech from 11 a.m. until 7. Tell them you heard it on KCNI, KBN Radio, or even for you folks over there in Ord, tell them you heard it on our station at Agland Electric and Irrigation from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Thursday. And like always, they like to treat the veterans, and especially on Friday, Veterans Day, the on-duty officers and veterans receive a boudin ball.
There you go. Hey, it's important to insure your home, your family, and your possessions, but it's also important to insure your business. If you're in business, ask Universal Insurance in Broken Bow about getting the right coverage. They have a wide knowledge base and catalog of information to help your business, from HR to OSHA availability to other features that will play a key role in your business success on the insurance side. Talk to Universal Insurance in Broken Bow today. Call 872-6438, or you can visit them at 940 South E Street.
Well, we've said it 100 times, and it's still 100 times true. We go to the eye doctor to see better, make sure we're seeing well with our glasses, or if we don't need glasses. We also go to the doctor probably once a year to have an annual checkup to make sure everything's ticking correctly and we're in good shape that way. We should probably also put on our list, in fact, we should put on our list to go have our ears checked. And we have a dependable service right here in Broken Bow, Nebraska Land Hearing Center. And Roxanne provides free hearing evaluations and free office calls, free extended warranties on new hearing aids, extended discounts for buying local, and much, much more. No need to travel to get your ears checked. You can do it right here at a professional clinic here in Broken Bow, located in the Broken Bow Chamber Building, 4 doors down from Bow Bootery. The business name is on the glass window in the front. Roxanne will set up an appointment. She also has local discounts for buying local, and new patients get discounts as well. So talk to her soon. Stop by.
I'm looking at our pictures because I can't help it. On the Facebook Live feed,
our pictures.
I'm looking at us.
Yeah.
And I'm having a terrible hair day. Don't you think? It's just, I don't know, it looks terrible.
Well, it's a little...
Am I self-conscious or what? It's like stuck down on one side and then like sticking up in the middle.
It might be the humidity.
Okay, we can blame it on that.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I just noticed it. A terrible hair day.
I really didn't notice it earlier, but from this angle, I can see what you're talking about.
Yeah, see, you'll notice it now, won't you?
Yeah, you might. I got a comb, or do you have a comb?
I don't use a comb. Use a brush.
You use a brush?
Yes. The minute I said that, I'm like, oh, great, here we go. Dave's gonna make fun of me and pick on me now for using a hairbrush.
Shelly, I'm gonna go brush my hair.
Hey, I've got one more thing to read. Okay? I was told to read this. Now, this is kind of more of a party line thing, but I was told to read it.
Okay.
So we're going to end with this. Oh, wait a minute. I need to do something first. I got to get set up for the end of the show. Let me click some buttons.
Starting to sound like me.
There I know.
Like not pre-reading a live read and not being able to do the line.
Yes, there you go. Okay, we're going to end with this. I was told to read this. Algerian dwarf milking goats for sale and home bottled goat milk for sale. Free delivery within a reasonable distance. Call Andy, 308-870-5463.
Okay.
Okay. That's the show.
Thanks, Brent.
You bet, Dave. Thank you. Have a good day.